Welcome back to BC Toys. I'm Mac. That's
Right.
so. In today's episode of
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
we're going to cover everything that sold in this first week. To recap a few, Beetlejuice sold. Not crazy about that, but it sold.
Beetlejuice! Yahoo! It's showtime! Hey, annoying hombres making you do stuff you hate. Don't lose your head.
And then the Skeleton Warriors, those also are gone.
The Skeleton Warriors have arrived!
And Conan the Adventurer, he's gone too.
Now you control the power of the greatest warrior ever known, Conan the Adventurer.
The Toxic Crusaders and all the Remcos went.
Toxic Crusaders! The Toxic Crusaders have 2 new members!
Nightmare Warrior went bye-bye. The Kenner Indiana Jones collection went, but it went in a trade to Sprooch. Before this happened, we were already negotiating a sale of some G.I. Joes. Luckily, Sprooch wanted a bunch of bootlegs that I had and also was very interested in the Kenner Indiana Jones. So I was able to close out that deal without having to be out of pocket due to his generosity.
Indiana Jones, at your service, Toad. Ah!
And to wrap up their bulk purchase, Craig over at Not Another Retro Channel and FU Dave from Back Alley Toys and Collecting Cash got the Earthworm Jim sets.
Earthworm Jim. The soil he did crawl. Earthworm Jim. A super suit did fall.
Then, once again, friends reach out. And Aaron and Becky over at Take Me Home Tonight Toys were interested in a few items, and they were able to grab the Stanley, so we definitely appreciate that.
Supersonic shell fighters! Let's kick some tick!
And then the Tron sold. Posted a couple things here locally, and somebody was interested. And you know what? Again, paid fair.
Bye-bye, Tron figures.
When I posted last week's video, obviously, people reach out. There's vultures, that want to offer you 50 cents on the dollar and claim that, hey man, you need money, I'm just trying to help you out. And it sucks. So we've all gone through that. But then you have the good ones. One of the good ones, believe it or not, was my old mentor, history professor from college that I have remained friends with for a very long time now. He reached out and asked, do we have an AT-AT?
Look, it's AT-AT. All-terrain armored transport. Easy, Chewbacca.
Do we have a Millennium Falcon? Do we have a TIE Fighter?
View from Kenner's Star Wars collection, the Millennium Falcon that you put together. Batteries not included.
Do we have a Voltron? These are all things he wanted.
Voltron, defender of the universe. King Zarkon and Prince Lothor order another attack on the Voltron force.
When I quoted him the price for Voltron, he very generously and lovingly kicked it up above market value to help us out. Brought me to tears. Very generous. So, in these times, there are people that still kick you in the dick, but there are people that they come out of the woodwork to let you know that you are loved and appreciated. And that was amazing. So what did we get in today? We need money. Sometimes you got to put a little money out to maybe make a little more money. So lucky enough, I got a complete set of Series 1 Barnyard Commandos on cart for $100. Now, before you say anything, there's mildew. We knew that. It was fully disclosed at the time of purchase. But what happens when you have mildew? Mint, loose, no mildew in the figure. $25. $50. $75. $100. There's our money back. A little mildew. Positive. $25. Positive. $50. And no mildew. Total profit $150 off a $100 investment. So, not too shabby. And then something very unexpected happened. If you watched the last video, you know that we were not prepared to separate our M.A.S.K collection, and that we were going to try to figure out how to put it out as a complete set. It was pushing $2,500. We said we'd sell all for $2,000. We just kind of left it at that. So very dear friends of ours, the Metzgers, Brian and Jay from M.A.S.K, saw the video, and they reached out, and they said they wanted to have a conversation about it. No problem. They're good guys. We got on the phone, and I was trying to break down the numbers to them, and they quickly shut me up and said, we will pay the full $2,000. We see the value there. It's a great deal. Then they told me that it would be going to their personal collection.
We heard about what's going on with them and could step up and find some great stuff.
Well, this is going to be great. I mean, you know, when you heard about it and told me M.A.S.K was available at the level that they have in a museum quality, and we could complete our collection, now we get to turn around and give more to our customers. It's freaking awesome.
Very cool. Okay, so we'll meet them at the toy show in Tucson, and first round's on us.
Yeah, much love, guys. M.A.S.K.
Knowing that the entire collection came from our very dear friend Jeff McKnight's here in El Paso.
You know, a few years ago, I was in a really bad spot. And Chris and Britt showed up, and they helped me out more than anybody will ever know. And, you know, selling my childhood collection, selling my childhood memories, it's one of the hardest things I ever did. But the fact that I knew Britt and Chris had a lot of these really warmed my heart. And I hate the fact that they're in such a bad spot right now that they're having to sell their shit. But it does bring me some comfort that the way they were able to help me buy in my childhood, somebody else is helping them.
So to know that it came from one friend, then to us, and is going to another friend, made letting that go a lot easier. We're big believers in the karma that exists, especially in the toy collecting community. And we try to put it out there as much as possible and give good deals when we get good deals, etc. I think that's what defines flipping versus reselling. You know, you get $100 toy for $5, you want 100, that's a flipper. Get a $100 toy for $5, sell it for 80, that's a reseller. Just our philosophy. Apparently that karma is coming back around.
I heard you was going through a rough time. I saw you were selling some of your collection, so I'm doing pretty good for myself. So I thought, you know, you're a veteran, you're a friend, you need some help, and so I brought some a little bit of help, not much, but I hope it does.
And before you told me what you're about to do, I offered to sell you my entire Dukes of Hazzard and Mego collection, which you want and don't have, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you said
no, not right now.
And then you did what?
Gave you some money. It's a little bit of money, but I know that you need it, and I can spare it, and so that's what I did.
All right, I'm going to stop talking now before I start crying. Another little surprise happened, and a buddy of mine, Alex, saw what was going on, and he reached out with this very generous offer. Okay, so that's the end of our first week. As you can tell by the tempo of the video, I thought I was going to be all sad and just selling stuff that we didn't want to. And as you saw, a lot of touching things happened this week. So we're very grateful. So here's the goal again. This is what we made. This is what we still need. Not too bad, still far off, but not too bad. We have no complaints. Anything hit you hard this week, babe?
Yeah, just the outpouring of love and support. It's given me a lot of comfort, and just knowing that we have support like that means a lot. And shows what amazing people we've met and made friends with in this toy collecting community.
Dog Hanson.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad I'm not letting you do this.
I know. Normally I'm the one that's opening.
Oh, look at me. I got 3 legs. I want to be on camera. Is there anything else that well, I know you're not upset about the Indiana Jones. And then I say 550, and you just said, oh, I think you meant 7, which was just, no. Are you going to stick my neck out because I'm super fat in the Barnyard Commando? There you go. All right. Pop smoke. Get out. Come on. We'll be there in a minute. Is it, or is it for you?
Probably just me.
Probably just they feel bad that you're even with me to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, well, this is why his toys.
Why didn't they speak up sooner?
Yeah, then she could throw him out of the house. That tracks more than people loving me. That's for sure.